following is brought to you by TaskChat, the future of task management. We wonder why we have to work so hard. If there's a higher power, why do we have to work so hard? Why is the world moving at such a fast rate? It seems out of control. We can't keep up. So much content that exists, all the television programming, all the content on social media, all the technology that's being created, companies moving at an accelerated rate, automobiles, planes, shuttles, rockets, the military creating weapons, smartphones, computer technology and advancements, all the news that's coming out, journalists fighting to leak the news story. Most people in the United States at the top of the pyramid have enough money to go take a break for 6 months, a year, a decade. So why do we feel so compelled to work harder and harder? And there's two camps. There's people following the machine of trying to control as many things as possible. They feel this force, this energy that they want to take dominion over everything. And the other is understanding that consciousness requires work. Yes, consciousness itself. That consciousness, even if it exists outside of a vacuum, it requires work for sustenance. We have to get to a place where we don't shut our brains off. Our connection to God. This is why we believe in circumcision, for instance. That when you're at your most vulnerable position, where the bad path can start, that you're going to remember the covenant. We have to use our thought more and more. And at first it might seem difficult to be aware of your decisions in the day. We have thousands of decisions that we make every day. And if we aren't aware of our thoughts, they plot our life out without us even realizing it. If you have consistent thoughts about a particular thing, yes, it can play an effect on your life. If you spend 15 seconds thinking about your dominant form, but then you go back to reality and spend 6 hours, 8 hours there before you have another glimpse of what your true best self is, what's the dominant form? You have to get really good at thinking, really good at catching your thinking, because consciousness requires work. It seems like if you run your own business, you might have to work 10, 12 hours a day just to get everything done, to keep up. And a lot of entrepreneurs are feeling the pressure, pizza owners to real estate brokers. If you're an independent, it's getting harder and harder to compete against the big box companies, these corporations. So sometimes it feels like you're moving through mud. But the key is to know that your efforts are not wasted. Even though you may not be rewarded like you think you should be, you're toughening up your mind, your heart, your soul, and you will be able to apply it in the future. And you will know that you're working towards this elevation of knowing that you don't want consciousness to end. This has been brought to you by TaskChat, the task management tool to simplify your life. TaskChatApp.com.